started. I don't want to run out of time. My colleague Shraddha is going to be manning the computer there, and it's quite cool, so I thought I'll stand here. So
introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Manu. I'm the director of Vage Advisory, and we ran the Call for Change pilot in Chennai. For those of you who aren't from Delhi, welcome. This is what Delhi's winter feels like. For those of you who are here, sorry, it's pretty cold. So, Call for Change, we did a short campaign trying to understand how IVR technology could be used to understand citizens' civic concerns. This was run in Chennai as a pilot project during the, I think my voice is so we ran this in Chennai for a couple of weeks to see what sort of uptake would be there amongst the citizens. The idea of Call for Change was very simple. There were a lot of people who were coming up, and we've already seen some fantastic mobile apps, SMS services, websites, so on. But we wanted something that was very simple, so anyone who couldn't read or write, anyone who did not have a smartphone or an internet connection could still somehow log into the system and register his or her complaint. So what we set up was sort of a fairly integrated process where a citizen just using a missed call would get a call back and could tell us, would be prompted to tell his or her name, address, the civic concern, and also we gave them an additional functionality where they could go to a website where their voice recording would be transcribed as text, and they could also listen to it. On this website, they would be allowed to vote, similar to what our friend from Janagrad had earlier described. So multiple citizens could say, this is our complaint, and we gave them an additional option of also registering their suggestion. So if you had a citizen idea on how to change your city, that would also be registered, and that was also votable in that sense. We facilitated the entire process. We also took this to political leaders and bureaucrats, and our hope was that this would feed back into the system, thereby completing the loop. So I just wanted to show quickly the IVR interface we used. So if you look, these are how the calls were registered. So I've just highlighted the first person, Nasir Basha is his name. We transcribed his issue. He had an issue with sticking of posters on city walls. Those of you who've been to Chennai know that cinema and politics is everything in Chennai. So the walls are plastered everywhere with posters. So that was the time and number. Sorry, it's not very clear from this far away. We also located where he called from, and we categorized him under parks and public spaces. So similarly, we did that for sanitation, water, roads, traffic, etc. Okay, so now let's try and listen briefly to what this particular gentleman, Nasir Bacha, had to say. Yep.
All the small posters are being stuck up, and beauty of the bridge is being spoiled, and government uses a lot of laws for removal of posters.
Okay, so that was just to give you an idea of what a typical call was like. Like I said, we ran this over a 2-week period. So once someone had recorded their complaint or registered their idea, we developed an integration to a website which anyone could access, and your call, your idea, your complaint would be transcribed as such with an additional functionality to also vote for that person. So in the end, we calculated who had the winning ideas. You can also see a small play button which had their actual call plugged in, embedded, as well as the number of votes, and an additional functionality of commenting. So we thought citizens should also have the option to interact, comment, discuss, deliberate. Okay, so very briefly, the numbers after the 2-week campaign was, we had 3,000 phone calls out of 2,300, so about 75–76% were in Tamil and another 24% in English. The average call time was about 1.5 minutes. Just briefly on the left side, you will see the pie chart. about 41% called to complain about roads and traffic. The other was environment, so pollution, public transport, solid waste management, health, sanitation, so on and so forth. Mr. Nasir Bacha would come under the other. We ran a coordinated complementary social media promotion as well. So we've taken this to the members of parliament, the mayor of the corporation, journalists, so on and so forth. So we try to get some sort of traction for the idea. We've been told the corporation is interested in considering some of these ideas in the next set of budget proposals. Okay, so what do we want to do from here? So just to sum up, we've tried to understand how accessible this sort of a facility would be to crowdsource civic issues. We've tried to understand whether citizens would react and respond to an initiative like this. And we've also tried to develop a mechanism to update citizens' concerns on a real-time basis. So, on an average day, at the end of the day, we could feed back into the corporation or an MLA to say, this is what the concerns of the citizens from your constituency are. What we want to do is, we would like to first test new waters. We want to take this to different cities in Tamil Nadu and hopefully the rest of the country. We want to run this over a longer period so as to see any seasonal variations in citizens' issues. So, during the monsoon, during the summer months, how that changes. And finally, we are trying to develop a model whereby once a bunch of citizens call, we want to sort of connect them through a mobile network and form an advocacy platform which would help them take their issue to their government representative or bureaucrat, MLA, MP, so on and so forth. So that's what we've done. We've done this as a pilot in Chennai, and we are hoping to develop this in other cities and towns. So anywhere where there are people with mobile applications, mobile phones, so on and so forth. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.